Welcome back, gamers. Lazy Gamer here, and we're continuing to go home. So I explore part of this lower floor in the previous video and got some parts of Sam's story. So where she is and what she's doing at present, we still had to find out. So let's continue exploring this seriously giant house. Starting with this door here. Oh man, it's dark in here. Turn on some lights, shall we? What's this? Lots of books. Nothing really important for this story. I'm not sure why I keep opening this here thing, because there's never anything interesting inside anyway. Here there are. We have a form. Terence Greenbrier. Yeah, just a notice of electrical systems in the house, and it checks out, I assume. No correcting. Oh, it's unclear if it needs correcting. It's technically up to safety and amperage requirements. Multiple layer of wiring has been added into structure over the last 100 year systems. Frequently unpredictable. Yeah, we can say that. So maybe that is a haunting. Anyway, not really important. Or maybe it is. We'll see. Oh yeah, I forgot something I remember. I was going to take a peek at the book Dad wrote. Don't throw it away. Look at it. Well, it's the president, or was. Let's see. November 21st, 1963. John Russell knows that the president's life hangs in the balance, but who would believe him? No one believed him. It didn't sell very well. If it was on today, I think it would sell extremely well, but this was probably not printed in 95 even. Maybe late 80s. I don't remember actually. We have to look for that. Hey. Yeah, 78? Is that far? It's that far back? Hey man, how have you been? I know you're a published author and everything now, but my editor at Hi-Fi Aficionados have too much review work to go around, and Yeah, yeah, and it's still doing reviews rather than being a known author. At least that is how it looks. Yeah, so he wrote another one sometime later. Didn't even get as far as being popular even. But there's something here. Let's check. Oh fuck. Nothing of interest. No. Stop standing in the way of the turn on lights. Also, crumpled page. John Russell opened his eyes and saw them. The stars twinkling as if he were lying on the grass in his family's yard in Massachusetts, even though that place was a million miles away. No, he blinked the sleep from his eyes, looking through the carbon-reinforced safety glass of the space station Archimedes. Yes, it was a long way from home, but the future needed him. John Russell's head swam. He felt incredibly drunk despite not having touched a drop in hours. He vomited onto his feet. His bare feet, stared for a moment, processing his sick flat toenails, scanning up his bare shins, bare knees. He was completely naked, oh my. He looked up at meet the eyes of a gorgeous blonde woman wearing a tight polymer fibered tunic, the fabric that strained at the seams to contain her generous buttermilk. Really? Yeah, failed experience of a new story, I assume. There's still one in. It is a typewriter, isn't it? Pioneer, jack of all trades is a master of none. I have to disagree. Mastery is not a question of specialization, but sureness of purpose and dedication to craft. If you happen to be in the market for a combination LD-CD player, you'll be glad to know that the Pioneer seems to share this particular something. So he has been writing another review for this thing. Seems to be its current job, but he's still trying to write a new book, it seems. Do better. You can do better. But we will see how that goes. Another book. That's not Dad's book, but he seems to been Looking for inspiration, maybe. It's a combination lock. I don't know the combination. So there we go. And there's nothing interesting in the other drawer, so let it be. It's a library, I assume. Many books. Dad's second book, I assume. Let's tidy up. So Dad wrote 2 books which didn't get amazing reviews at the time, and it may be too late now for him to establish himself as a sci-fi writer. Hey, fetch. I don't. Anyway, must be Sam's thing. Accidental parries. Dad's trying for. Yeah, it had accidental, both of them. He's trying to find a new title for his hopefully new book. Let's see about that. Anyway, another book. Well, that's relevant even today and before. Yeah, I won't read this out loud. Pause it if you want. Though I should press most emphatically, if you are watching this Let's Play and have not played this game, go do that right now. You're doing yourself a disservice watching me ramble on. This should be, the first time should be a personal experience for yourself playing this game. Then you can watch as many LPs of it as you want. Read the letter. David asked me to write you regarding the reviews you have been submitting the last few months. Frankly, they are becoming more trouble than it's worth. From an editing standpoint, there's a word limit. It's your job to stay under it. It's not mine to cut back to it. Even if it's becoming harder and harder to weed out tangents and non sequiturs from the usable copy without heavy rewrites. The readers of home theater aficionados want to hear about the quality and value of the hardware, not ruminating on your childhood. If it were up to me, I wouldn't be writing this letter, I'd just be cutting you loose. There's tons of guys half your age who would take half your rate to write stuff I could actually use. But David's known you for a long time, and he's the boss, so I'm giving you one more shot on his say-so. You should write him a nice note thanking him for this his patience and generosity. Look through your old stuff and start submitting reviews like that again. Then everyone will be happy. Asshole. Whatever. That's maybe not so important as these 4 numbers. 0451. 0451. Let's try them out on this thing. So 0 4 5 1 and open. And it works. Genius. Read document. Dear Mr. Mason, please find enclosed your original document and typeset copy for your records. The notarized copy has been filed at our office. Thank you for entrusting your firm with this important matter. Kubrick and Wise attorneys at law. Exclamation. That would be the aforementioned uncle or whatever, I presume, possessing full competence of mind and memory, and after full survey of valued items to my name, do hereby declare this document my last will and testament. Following shall hold true upon my passing. I declare that I am a lifelong resident of Boone County, that I am unmarried and have no children. I declare that I have no outstanding debts to my name to any creditors living or dead. I do hereby bequeath every item of value of which I may die possessed, including the dwellings and surrounding acres located at Arbor Hill, as well as any and all personal property and moneyed accounts to my nephew, Terence L. Greenbrier, Jr. of Ellis County. In the event that said Terence Greenbrier, Jr. should predecease me, then and in such event the bequest to him shall fall, and the same is bequeathed to his children as ordered by age and competence as steward of the estate. I submit my name to this will the 13th day of August, yada yada. And it's very good that it was because the original man, even I don't write that bad, honestly. Anyway, so Oscar, is it? Is he haunting this place? Man. And apart from that there is. Did I miss anything here? I'm sure I'll get back to it, or it won't be important. Yeah, so I've been there. And I went here. Now this mysterious room. Here's next door. Let's stop for a moment to linger on some items around here. Coupons. Wow. Pencils. Oh, it's a pen, isn't it? Pamphlet. Don't throw it away. Wrong button. Guess that's where Mom works. Nice painting. Anyway. Well. Yeah, that's office and library. TV room. It's quite sizable, this. What's this? More books? It's music room, is it? Modern art, yeah. Read assignment. Oh, really? Arrange this. I guess Samantha wrote that one. Because this is for the guys, I suppose. Okay, Samantha. I'm not going to read this aloud. I believe this is beyond, above and beyond what was required. Reassigned this in the correct order. I believe this is what's required. And she didn't only do that, she wrote a story about it. I'm not sure if her teacher was... Yeah, I think she liked it, or at least recognized the writer in her. So I wonder, as we will discover some evidence later that... Yeah, well, we'll get to that. Oh, music. So I'm afraid of playing too much of it, so I might get... Oh man. There are many LPs. Haha. Oh well. Yeah, I might get infringed upon even if I'm not that popular. There's not. Publisher. I write to inform you that unfortunately Mercer Books will be unable to publish a follow-up to The Accidental Paria, despite the low sales of the Accidental Savior. We went ahead with publication of the second book in the hope that the John Russell series catching on. However, sales of the second book have in fact been lower than those of the first, and so our stewardship of the series must end here. 76, yeah, it's been a while then. It has been a pleasure working as your publisher, and we wish you, John Russell, the best in the future, in your future endeavors. Yeah. So his line, his work as an author was cut short at this point, which is sad. I would I would have liked to read those books. I like sci-fi and time travel. Man, get some real artists on the. Actually, I can almost see what it's supposed to be, but really, where is? Oh, there it is. There it is. I guess he didn't sell many copies. He has lots of them here. And we have a note. Samantha, please give this to your mother. And since it's in her jacket, I assume she didn't. Does it say, Janice? Thank you for having Danny over to your new home. He has missed having his friend Samantha in the neighborhood very much. Danny asked if he could lend Samantha his Nintendo Street Fighter tape and I gave my permission. Then he needs to spend less time with those games anyway. No hurry to returning it. Let Samantha know that she is welcome back to our home to visit anytime. Sincerely, Mary something.
When you live in one place your whole life, your next door neighbor is kind of like your default friend. And Daniel only got weirder over the years. So moving away has been a good excuse to, like, not see him anymore. But he did always have the good Nintendo games. Maybe I'll give him a call.
Default friend, eh? That is how it goes, I suppose. I'll keep the lights on. This is scary in the dark. I'm afraid of the dark. It's still raining outside and it's storming and man, more vouchers, eh? And more notes. Kitty, please tell Mom and Dad sorry about the stuff that's missing. Sam, what have you been doing? I guess I should be looking more at this stuff. It's 90s stuff, man. It's been a while. But now in the 2000s, actually 2013, I sort of wish that the past could stay in the past almost. I know not very many fond memories of the 90s. More notes. Hi Lonnie. Who's Lonnie? I wonder. First time we have heard that name. So let's see. Hi Lonnie, so if you want to come over to my house still this afternoon, that would be cool. I can drive, it's kind of far, but I can drive you home too, so hopefully that's fine. Right back and leave this in my locker if you still want to. And we can meet in the parking lot after school. No, well, it is school, but I didn't It doesn't say that, does it? After 6th. Samantha. Yeah, I'm totally in. See you there. Then I'm going to kick your butt. Get ready. Lani, I presume. And by kicking ass, I assume it's a Street Fighter they are talking about.
So you know what they say about the best laid plans of mice and men? Yeah, turns out it applies to Street Fighter too. At least I worked up the courage to walk into the 7-Eleven and ask for a turn, but all that practice at home did not exactly translate in the wild. So after I was finished getting my butt kicked, I followed them outside while they smoked. And that was when she asked me if I was that psycho house girl. But then she said she's always really wanted to see the psycho house. Her name is Lonnie. She's coming over tomorrow.
So her name is Lani, eh? I wonder. Kitty, please. Please, whatever you found, don't tell Mom and Dad. The attic. Attic, eh? We'll have to look. That's locked. That's the leading to the basement. Since that is locked and that is locked, our current avenue of exploring the first floor is sealed. So let's try the second floor. Man, this is a long corridor. Anyway, our family. How fun. But I wonder, this being a game and stuff is, well, drawn, I suppose, rather than using real images. Is that supposed to be a painting or an image? I mean, people do ask for someone to paint themselves from life or from an image to have up in their study or whatever. So I'm a bit curious, but alright. It's a good family picture anyway. Oh yeah, second floor. Moving. And we need some lights. Pack of cards. Stay there. Newspaper. Controlled burn scheduled for Boone County. Plumes of smoke will rise about the northeastern region of Boone County over the better part of next week as part of a Forest Service run controlled burn of overgrown section of the Flint Lock National Forest. Yada yada. If you want to read it, pause the video here. But Mom is a senior conservationist, apparently. So she has a job. More light. It's a comb. I think my grandmother had a comb like that. Weekly planner. Oh man. Cooking class. Whatever. Form. Temporary personal transfer. Whatever. More forestry stuff. I didn't catch that. '94. So last year then. Cassette. Grapmobile. For Sam. Love things. Stab. Cherry. Bam. Throw away. Yeah. What? Says something on the inside. I will post the video after I record it. I can't actually read it right now.
It's weird hanging out with girls. Daniel was around ever since I was little, and other girls? I don't know. But being around Lonnie is like instantly just right. I gave her the grand Psycho House tour and took my revenge on Super Nintendo. And it was like, I don't know, I finally found someone I feel normal around. I drove her home and she gave me this tape and said, "You have got to listen to this." I haven't stopped playing it since.
To whom it may concern, I, Samantha, am 17 years old, and therefore an independent, fully functional human being. The fact that you still forbid me from going into the city on my own is frankly absurd. Sounds like my sister. Compared with Katie, who is only 3 years older than me, and yet you allowed her to go all the way across an ocean to another continent on her own. I just want to spend an evening in a normal, totally safe city on my own, like a human being. And since you may also remember that I have my own car now, you can't really stop me. Warmest regard, your daughter, Samantha. She has some anger management, I think. Sam, stop leaving every damn light in the house on. You're as bad as your sister. Me? I don't leave. Yeah, I do. Never mind. Daniel called again. He wants his Nintendo game back. Really? I guess it's been a while since she borrowed it then. And enter Samantha's room. Lots of binders around. Close and safe.
We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're so cool, cool. We're so cool, yeah, yeah. Fuck you too, cool schmuck. I don't wanna sit around and talk about the weather. Work those good old days. I don't wanna wonder if you're gonna say hello.
I guess the Bratmobile is Lonnie's band? He's right. Ginger ale. I'm sticking to Coca-Cola myself, but that's alright with me. The misfits, yeah, right. So, read codes. Chun-Li moves. I know all those by heart. Yeah, I do, really. The fireball was not until terrible, wasn't it? I own the original. I couldn't do that. All those I could do, however. Neat. There is not a copy of Street Fighter or Super Nintendo. So either it's borrowed out, or well, we'll get to that maybe. Adventurous the Cat returns even. I've never heard of this game. I do not think it's a real game, though if anyone actually know it, you always comment on that. I don't think any of these games are real, but as I said, I lived in Europe, Scandinavia actually. I think it's part of Europe anyway. Scandinavia is Norway, Sweden and Denmark, if you wonder and didn't already know. So I didn't even get Chrono Trigger, which is one of my favorite games. I had to play it on my PC. Do you see anything there? So, because I can't. If it's supposed to be real, I can't see anything. That's fine, it's not important, I think. Maybe some Easter egg there or something. I can't find it. Yep. Definitely Samantha's room. Another note. This is passing around in school. It would seem. From Lonnie and Samantha. Hi Lonnie. I wrote this in first period and left it in your locker on the way to second. It's what all the cool kids are doing. I've decided, I think. Write me back. Also, here is an idea for something to draw. 2 cats on a motorcycle, darn it. Hey, that's a good idea. What all the cool kids are actually doing is sending each other pages on their beepers, but we're cooler than them because guess what? They can't put this on a beeper. True. Your drawing of cats was so good that I added a background to make it even better. Maybe I should stick to writing though. Haha, I like it. How did you know they were about to be abducted by aliens? I'm looking at Mr. Fish? I'm not sure. Right now, I feel like he would probably have lots of cats. Also, like, his secret shame is watching 192110. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to. Anyway, 9210. Religiously. I'll ask him about it after class. He said he doesn't have cats and also that he never watches that series, but I could see in his eyes he was lying. So that's background, Eisen. So, oh no. Combination. I want to look inside. I haven't had that much to drink, Jodie Foster. How many fingers am I holding up? Yeah. Anyway, I need to get that combination. Actually, I think I remember it, but that would be jumping the gun. I want to believe the truth is out there. So it is. Read split. Samantha Greenberg, year 11. Teacher Fletcher, period 5, subject Shop 1. Metalworking engraving. Grade C-. Not a challenging assignment. Metal plaque for family portraits. Reasonable subject but not complex. When I said that mom and dad should be replaced with parents, name, I did not mean just Adam underneath. Acceptable beveling on edges. Show more pride in work. So she made that thing, eh? It's fine. This is the one me and my dad are building. Wanna go for a ride when it's done. Nice. There are a lot of rubber around. Let there be lights. Oh, pirates. Groove. Patty Smith. Biohazard. Dinosaur Junior. Lemonheads. Ice Cube. Biohazard. That was the Japanese title for Resident Evil, actually. That's a surprise. Grab Steggy. Stelly. Steggy. Yep. And we have a lot of closet door things around. Another board game. Gotcha, number. Who's got a crush on you? Yeah, there are games like that. Chapter. The King's Labyrinth. It's another Sam story. Let's have a look at it before I end the video. Chapter 2. Fraying Threads. Captain Allegra, still in her flowing skirts and sturdy jerkin, descended the single shining thread into the lower cavern of the labyrinth. She and the first mate, on their own now, grew closer to their goal, the throne room of the dead immortal king of the island. The first mate slid down the line onto stone floor. She swept chalky bone dust from the front of her canvas trousers and looked up at Allegra. The silken thread, nigh unbreakable thanks to the enchanted moths that inhabited the island, trailed behind, leading the way back to the entrance. From further into the labyrinth, a moaning began to echo. The moan grew louder and clearer, turned into words from some ancient language they could not understand. The king's cursed voice. The hair on Captain Allegra's arm stood on end. She looked back at the first mate, whose eyes remained locked on the blackness of the passage for a moment, too long before noticing the captain's gaze. The first mate nodded silently ahead. Following the king's ghostly song deeper and deeper into the labyrinth, they came upon a rocky gap spilling forth underworldly blue light. The great basin of the dead king's throne room lay below. Skeletal in rotting robes, the king was hunched over the blue orb topping his royal scepter. Shadows of his bony fingers danced on the wall like ghouls. As he sang, wailing souls flowed in one by one through the cracks in the cave walls, pulled into the orb, causing it to glow brightly and brighter and brighter, I should say. Behind the king, a low staircase hewn from rock led down into the chamber from a passage at the top. Allegra said, "We have the advantage. We have the advantage." Bleh. Allegra said, "We have the advantage in numbers. I will draw his attention, and then you." But the first mate interrupted, "No, I'm smaller and quicker, and you know of dealing with mystic energies like these. I will circle to the other side, get the king's attention, and lead him on a merry chase." She held up the silk line. "All traced by this invisible thread, of course," Allegra said. "It's a good plan, but perhaps we should go together." The first mate shook her head. "You know this is our best chance. Don't be afraid for me." They grasped hands and exchanged 3 tight squeezes, their palms growing warm. The first mate tied the shining thread to the belt of her trousers, gave a quick salute, and winked and dashed off. Allegra waited, standing vigilant across at the top of the stairs, where the first mate was to appear. The king continued his wait. "No, no!" The singing stopped. The king turned and began walking up the stairs. Allegra wanted to call out, to do anything to stop the first mate from running headfirst into danger. She tried tugging on the line to signal her. No use. The king was nearly at the top of the stairs when the first mate burst through the passageway. She skidded to a stop. Even from across the yawning basin, Allegra could see the first mate's eyes grow wide. She turned and ran. Summoning his undead power, the king left the ground, levitating, gliding behind her with distressing speed. From some dank passage much too far away, Allegra heard the first mate scream. She was already running towards the sound. The line in Allegra's hand went taut, then shuddered. It fell slack to the stone floor. As Allegra ran, she was gathering line, twisting it around her arm. She came to its end. The unbreakable thread dangled limply, its end shredded and frayed in her hand. She tossed it to the ground and ran. How dramatic. I'm not sure there is another one. Color. Mitten. Sad. Belonged to a cat. Fourth grade. And book. Holy Bible. Hello. Samantha. S is for special. A is for adorable. M is for merry. A is for affectionate. N is for nice. T is for thoughtful. H is for honesty. A is for admirable. Well, maybe. So, we have been through Sam's room. This only spills out into the hallway. There's a note there, and there are rooms. More rooms and notes. But we will do that in the next video. So in the meantime, this was your host, the lazy gamer, logging off. Bye guys.